Welcome to San Telmo. This is one of the oldest neighborhoods in Buenos Aires, and it has a very Bohemian flair with cobbled streets, crumbling colonial mansions, and most importantly, murals of Argentine football legends. In this video, we're going to spend 2 days exploring San Telmo and showing you everything there is to see, eat, and do. On the food front, we'll check out the San Telmo Market, where we'll devour empanadas and sip on wine. There is a wine window here at the San Telmo Market. We'll visit a historic cafe that has the best breakfast around. Stepping into this place is like being in a museum. And we'll eat at an iconic bar with massive food portions. Let me lift it so you can see.
Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, it's sausage.
Whoa.
As for attractions, we'll tour former mansions turned shopping galleries. This is where you can buy a lot of handicrafts, venture into the underground tunnels of a colonial-era home, and visit the narrowest home in all of Buenos Aires. So if you're planning a trip to BA soon and you're wondering where to stay, join us for this San Telmo neighborhood tour to help you decide if it's the right place for you. Alrighty guys, today we are having breakfast here in San Telmo at a place called Bar El Federal. This place has been around since 1864, if you can believe that. Stepping into this place is like being in a museum. Like everything you see here, like the walls, the doors, the windows, the ceiling, the antiques. It's a step back in time, and the bar out front is just gorgeous carved wood. It's just a work of art, a thing of beauty. And we ordered breakfast for two, which comes with a ham and cheese sandwich, 2 medialunas, carrot cake, yogurt with granola and fruit, 2 coffees, and fresh squeezed orange juice. I think I'm most impressed by the juice. This is not from concentrate, this is not from a box. Freshly squeezed oranges into my cup, friends. So good.
All right, I'm gonna start off with the coffee. That classic cafe con leche. That's normally all we get. This would be a typical breakfast for us. This plus this each.
This plus this is
but
breakfast.
This is the most epic breakfast we've ever had. We haven't tried everything, but I mean, just look at this yogurt. So you can see that it has banana and apple on the outer rim. Lots of yogurt, lots of granola, some mixed nuts as well in there too. Delicious granola, and with the fruit too. This is more typical of what you and I would have back home in Canada. So that's neat. And last but not least, I am going to try the carrot cake too.
Yes.
And that's one of my favorite cakes of all time. Look at that. Double layer of icing. Oh my goodness, that's delicious. I'm having cake for breakfast. I'm having savory sandwiches, yogurt, media lunas, orange juice, coffee.
Life is good in San Telmo.
Life is good in San Telmo. Like I said, this is the best breakfast I've ever had in Argentina and in Buenos Aires. In terms of the price point, that was 25,500 pesos, which at current exchange is $17 US total. I mean, we feasted, we're leaving full, we're leaving satisfied, and also just the quality of the items were really good. Like that cake was delicious, so was the yogurt, so was the media lunas. So was the orange juice. Everything was at a very high standard of quality. So I highly recommend finding a buddy, finding a friend, finding a partner, coming here and getting the breakfast for two. It's worth it.
Pasaje de La Defensa is also known as Casa Ezeiza, and it was originally built as a mansion for the Ezeiza family. The house was built around 1876, but soon after, the family moved further north to escape the yellow fever epidemic in the city. Their home eventually became a conventillo or tenement housing, and at one point housed 32 families. So colorful. So right now we are in Pasaje de La Defensa. This is a passage. There are several of them here in the neighborhood of San Telmo, and they're kind of like these open gallery spaces with a lot of souvenir shops. This is where you can buy a lot of handicrafts and just, you know, handmade goods, things to take back home to friends and family. And it's kind of like artsy, and it's just a historic building as well. Like, you can tell these are some of the original buildings that were first built in this area. And yeah, it's just really nice. Sam is shopping for a hat at the moment. You can hear our daughter singing. And yeah, just lots of really cool things like football jerseys, handicrafts.
I gotta show you this. Come here.
Oh, okay.
I want to show you the difference. Let's look at that.
Solar de French was a house built in 1762, and it was the birthplace of Domingo French. He was one of the key figures in the May Revolution of 1810, which established the first Argentine government and started the path to independence. Today, it is a commercial space, and these colorful umbrellas offer some nice shade, which is very welcome during the summer months. So we're seeing lots of antiques around here, and as soon as Sam spots this store, he says, "This looks just like your grandma's house in Lima." And I have to agree with him. It does. San Telmo Market is a covered market in the heart of this historic neighborhood, and it has everything. Fresh produce, quirky antiques, leather goods, football jerseys, and food. Lots and lots of traditional Argentine food. So today the plan is lunch here at the Mercado de San Telmo, or the San Telmo Market. This is a place where you can come and buy souvenirs because they have a lot of shops with like leather goods, football jerseys, handbags, that sort of thing. But they also have a whole bunch of restaurants under one roof. It is mostly, you know, parrilla, the grill, the meat. You can also get empanadas, you can get pizza. So we've gotten here relatively early. It is only 11 in the morning. So it's kind of still getting started, still getting going. It's mostly foreigners having an early lunch right now. So we're gonna walk around, scout it out, and decide what it is we wanna eat today. El Hornero de San Telmo came highly recommended for its empanadas and traditional dishes. We came early enough to snag 2 seats at the bench, but this place was busy with people lining up for a spot and also ordering food to take away. So just looking for a quiet little corner here in the market. We basically had lunch at El Hornero de San Telmo. Hornero is the name of a bird who makes a round little nest out of mud. So it's an appropriate name because they make their empanadas in a mud oven or a clay oven here at this restaurant. And we ordered 3 different types of empanadas. Sam and I both had the empanadas salteñas al cuchillo. That means the meat, instead of being ground beef, it has been cut with a knife. That's what al cuchillo means. It also had potato. They were fried and they were super juicy. They also gave us some hot sauce, which was really, really nice. And then I had one called humita, which has corn and cheese. It's a sweet empanada. And Sam had one that was jamón y queso, ham and cheese.
Yeah,
so
that was my personal favorite one.
Personal favorite.
But yeah, really, really tasty empanadas. You do pay a premium for being here though at the market.
Yes.
It's very gentrified, and these are tourist prices. So don't expect what you pay here to be the typical price you'd be paying elsewhere in the country, whether it be in the capital or a more remote place.
Yes, these were pricey empanadas, but they were tasty, and it is a cool market.
So we ended up paying $15,000 total, which was over $10 for the 4 of them. Again, not terrible value, but definitely more than what you would typically pay.
Gracias.
Moscatel.
Okay.
Salud. Salud. Cheers. Salud.
So there is a wine window here at the San Telmo Market. We only discovered it on the way out and we just got tempted because it looked like a really fun attraction.
It is so much fun. Come on. How many times you get to do a wine window? This was my first time.
A wine window,
A wine window.
A wine window.
Yeah, a wine window. A wine window. I've only had one, guys.
So basically you pay for a glass of wine and then over on the side there's a little bell. You ring the bell. They open the little wine window, which you can see over there.
And you can choose between red and white.
And dry or sweet.
That's right. The regular was 5,000 pesos, about 3 something US dollars.
Yeah.
And the premium was 7,000 pesos.
Yeah.
So closer to 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And apparently this dates back to a tradition in the 1500s from Florence, Italy.
Yes,
so
it does.
Fascinating. Cheers.
So I'm gonna be honest, guys, not the most ideal day for the flea market here in San Telmo. We were here yesterday, but we got here too early in the morning, so a lot of the shops hadn't set up yet. So we thought, okay, we're gonna return tomorrow. We have. The only issue is it's raining, so a lot of people have simply not opened, or everything's undercover with like sheets of plastic. So it doesn't look amazing, but when it's going, like on a regular sunny day, it's a completely different vibe.
Yeah, and you know what? Credit to everyone who came out here and set up in the rain, because it was on the forecast, and there are still people going by and purchasing things. I mean, it's a fraction of the amount of tourists and shoppers they would normally have, but there are still people going and buying. And this flea market is also kind of a nice taste if you don't get to go to the Sunday San Telmo Market. So if you don't have the chance to go to the Sunday San Telmo Market, this is a nice alternative. This little square here, you can come to the flea market. It's open every day.
El Zanjon de Granados is one of San Telmo's coolest hidden beneath the city experiences. I had been wanting to visit forever, so this time around, we finally signed up for a guided tour. This is the biggest archaeological recovery in Buenos Aires, and it was all done privately. It all started when Jorge Extin bought this crumbling house thinking he would start a restaurant. It had once belonged to a very wealthy Spanish family before becoming tenement housing and eventually being abandoned. It was soon after the restoration started that a discovery was made. An underground tunnel, then a cistern, and the foundations from the city's early days. We would highly recommend this tour for all you architecture and history lovers out there. Right after visiting Zanjon de Granados, we jumped into another guided tour at another San Telmo landmark, Casa Minima. At just 2.5 meters wide, Casa Minima is the narrowest house in Buenos Aires. But the real surprise is once you go inside, because as it turns out, the house is far larger than you might think. We were certainly surprised. There are lots of tales surrounding this house, including that it once belonged to a freed slave. However, if you want to learn more of its history, a guided tour is the only way. Hey girlfriend, Aurelia! Bar Seddon is another San Telmo classic bar filled with old objects that take you back to another era. We chose it as a late lunch spot and ordered a salmon salad, a Spanish tortilla, and a milanesa napolitana and shared it amongst friends. Yeah, let me lift it so you can see.
Whoa.
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 With sausage.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I just take some.
Take some.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
That looks awesome.
It looks really good.
No.
Gracias. My favorite kind of milanesa is the chicken one, which is technically called a suprema. Suprema de pollo.
That's good.
And that one is more like a schnitzel. Although for you schnitzel,
Always put cheese on top?
no, that's napolitana. Then it has like, it's like a pizza, like the tomato sauce and the cheese and the ham.
I will ask her.
Okay, so we are sharing 3 plates of food here, guys.
Sure are.
Marina went for the salad, the healthy choice. Good for you.
And some tortilla.
Amazing.
I got the Milanesa Napolitana,
Yeah.
which is a Milanesa with cheese, tomato sauce. Came with fries, and then you're sharing your tortilla.
Yeah.
So it's like almost like we've created our own little buffet here.
A little
We're sharing.
buffet, a bit of everything. That's
Yeah.
my plate. And the cafe is just gorgeous. High ceilings, some stained glass windows,
Yeah.
and lots of antiques. And that, friends, is our neighborhood guide to San Telmo. We hope this video gave you some ideas of the various activities you can enjoy here. And if you enjoyed this video, we invite you to give it a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what other Buenos Aires neighborhoods we should explore next. Ta-ta!